What's up, YouTube? It's WormKing44 here. Had a really rough day after regionals. Actually, I'm bringing you the regionals report on how I did and my matchups, and it was really funny because it was really nice towards the end. And a lot of people didn't do it, and they didn't really approve. But anyways, obviously I went with worms. I will put up the deck list later. I would have ended 5-3. But I went 4-4. Yeah, but I'll explain that later. Round 1, I got matched up with a mono Burma player who ended up going X2. No, yeah, he went X2. He's a really cool guy. I 2-0'd him. It was pretty mean. Game 1. I had 4 back rows, Zex and Jagen set. And he popped 3 back row, and he's just like, okay. He swarmed the field, and he attacked with game on board, but the one he didn't pop was Mirror Force, and I OTK'd him next turn. Cause I chained Nebula before, so I was already gonna have King come onto the field, and then everything. Game 2. He passed turn because he sided in Gores, and I attacked into it. I didn't expect it, and I was like, wow, I'm in predicament. He went Teus in defense, Pike in attack, and he had the token in defense. And when he declared his battle phase, like when he into battle phase, I activated Nebula, flipped up Jagen, returned his Gores to his hand, and so he had nothing to attack over Jagen or Zex or get rid of them, and because all he had was search cards in his hand, and to discard for the Teus and everything. And then it came my turn. I had Worm King on the field, drew 2. I drew Bottomless and Sullen Morning, and then my turn I drew into Thunder King. I flipped up Jagen, returned the token to his hand. I flipped up the Zex, normal summon Thunder King, activated my 1 face down, which is mind control, on his Pike, and overlay for Shockmaster with Zex Jagen and his Pike. Detach his Pike for called monster effects. Used Worm King to attack over his Teus, attack with Thunder King and what's his name? Shockmaster, and he drew his card and he scooped. So I shock locked him. Round 2, I played against Heroes. I 2-1'd him. It's a really mean matchup. He kept top decking Miracle Fusions like it went shit. It really made me mad. Omnis was the MVP of that game though, because I had to set him because I drew into both Worm Kings in game 3. I was like, so damn bad. So I had to set. And then I hit into it for the last time. It flipped up, and then I drew Zex, and I already had a Nebula set, and all he had was a face-up alias. I returned it to him, summoned Zex, let Jagen sit in the grid, and then I activated Jagen's effect, especially Jagen, activated Nebula, sent it back to hand, and I attacked, and he just couldn't do anything, because I set 2 back row, which is bottomless, and he scooped. Game 3, I played against Tidal Mermail, and this was I was like, this is pretty mean. I never tested against Mermail because I didn't really expect to play him. I'm new to Dweller, the best Dweller, and he tempoed my best Dweller game 3. Shit got mean. I should have chained to that because if I would have chained, he wouldn't have been able to OTK me, but I didn't realize it until after. Game 1 he raped me, game 2 I raped him, and then game 3 it went into time, and it was the very last turn, and he had to OTK me or I would have won, because he was at 31 and I was at 77. So I mean, he put in work and he did it, so I gave him props, but it was my misplay. Round 4, I played against Castellers. I 2-0'd him. Uh, she ended up dropping because she was X2, and then the next round I played against. This was the meanest match of the day. Against Final Countdown. I was so mad. Like game 1, I opened up the Thunder King, and he had 2 bottle dualities in hand, and he couldn't do anything, so I got it. Game 2, I drew into my Mind Drain because I decided to decide those, and I activated it, and he couldn't Swift Scarecrow or anything, but he ended up getting it. But like he ended up getting to turn 20 on the Final Countdown. At game 3, we only had like 4 minutes left of the match, so game 3 was kind of mean. I had a really bad headache this past few days. So by this time in the tournament, I was like, ah, man, and like I was getting kind of irritated. So in game 3, we only had like 4 minutes to play till time, so we had to go into turns. And he started into Golden Ladybug, and he kept stalling and stalling until like, because he kept revealing Golden Ladybug. So we would go into time on purpose, and he would have more life points, and I couldn't. And I drew into both King and Double Nebula first hand and Thunder King, so I was kind of like I was in a tough spot. He said if I opened up Mind Drain and Thunder King at the same time I showed it to him, he would have scooped because he had a judge right there. Because there wouldn't have been nothing he could do. But so I lost that, and I was X2. I was like, this is kind of mean. And what happened? Hold on, I'm trying to think of what I played after. Oh yeah, I played as Rogue deck, and game 1, game 2, it went smooth, but I did lose game 2. It was just game 1 because he JD'd me. Late game, I couldn't do anything. I was playing against Dragon Sworn. I was like, what the hell? And then everyone was telling me to calm down after I lost to this. He JD'd. He summoned JD, and I had all I had was a Mirror Force set. No, because I had 2 Worm Kings on the field, and I had Gozen match because I saw that he played like a Twilight E-Drags build. So I was like, that's a lot of different, because he kept summoning different elements. I was like, okay, Gozen match, and I started it in, and it got he had Black Corn, and I said it. He had Black Corn and Lila on the field, Illumina, I mean. When Mind controlled his black ship, activated the effect. He took the damage. For 1 Worm King, he Necro Garden with the other one, and he took 1,000 from ship. And I sent it back to him, so he couldn't summon. So he ended up Dark Holing. No, he ended up attacking with Corn, just so he could get it off the field. Then he JD'd and nuked my field, and then he passed. And then I had another Mirror Force. He only had. I had 7,000 life. He had 300. All I had was a Mirror Force, and what was it? No, that's all I had in hand was a Mirror Force. So I set it. I was like, okay, he can't nuke the field, but if he overextends, I got it. And he drew. He MST'd. I was like, fuck. He summoned Lumina. He ditched Wyvern. Wyvern banished JD. He went Lumina with that. He overlaid for Leviathan Dragon. He banished Eclipse Wyvern and one of the E-Drags, a special one of the E-Drags, for Blaster. And then he did the same thing with Tidal, and he dropped the JD he added to hand. And I was like, and my friends were like, that field would beat anybody. So I mean, I was kind of salty. I went X3 right then. But then the next thing, by this time I had a huge headache. I have been having to take ibuprofen the whole day because of like 3 days, like no sleep, like 3 hours and 4 days total. It was pretty mean. And played this kid again. I played Mermails. I 2-1'd him, but he was really upset. He got really upset and I just gave it to him. I just said I didn't care. So I saw the match slip that in his favor, and I was like, wow, okay. Cause I mean, it's my first regional. I didn't really care. Um, it was really fun though. I really enjoyed it. Last round, I played it out. I was supposed to drop, but I was like, we only have one more round to go. I was like, might as well play it. I was like, I want to go even out. So I played against the Rescue Glads and raped them 2-0. What was another one? In my opinion, weren't like for the first like 4 rounds, like everyone came up to me like, "Hey man, are you the worm player? Are you the worm player?" I was like, "Yes, I'm the worm player." It was really uh, I wanna say it's team FTS. Really cool guys. I met them from Jacksonville. If you knew, I might be wrong. Uh, but those guys are really cool. You can look them up on YouTube. I might put their link down below. I'll have to look into that, or I will have the right link down below if I find it. But because I only recall them telling me at one time. But I hung out with them most of the time, and the one that did the best out of the group, Aaron Burrows, he went X1 to the last round. He lost in the last round to E-Drags, the mirror match. It's kind of mean. Um, he's a really cool guy. His E-Drags are pretty cool. Um, but yeah, guys, I should be bringing you a dice profile later. Peace.